little signals in the body language that Terry Jenkins is finding
85.
the pace and the pressure, eating away, maggoting away at his confidence.
94.
Just to remind you, two players already through, of course, to the semis. We don't know yet who will play against whom. We've got the draw coming up after the completion of our next game, Lawrence and Taylor. But Colin Osborne already through. Terry Jenkins making a move with his fourth 180.
This is developing into a super slugging match.
100.
Hit each other with the scores, and Jenkins to just arrest Ronnie Baxter's gallop here. Oh, couldn't get closer. Got to come down the bed. Too far.
Well, almost cut it out there with the first two darts, but here we go. Ronnie Baxter, 96, double 18 for a 6-4 lead. Jenkins will be hurt by this.
So what a comeback from Baxter. Takes out that session. He now has turned a 4-1 deficit into a 6-4 advantage. Jenkins must regret missed doubles. What's going to happen?
Mark Lawrence and Phil Taylor getting ready to throw for the bull, because they're the next matchup following this Baxter-Jenkins tie. You can see Baxter leads 6-4, first to 10 goes through to the semis. Already Kevin Painter and Colin Osborne there in the semis. And, well, it's Phil Taylor who was closer to the bull, and it's Phil Taylor who's elected Dave to throw first. He will not give the throw away to his opponent unless there's possibly the two-leg. You've got to win by two clear legs at the end, and you don't have to here. It's simply first to 10, whatever the other man's score is.
Yes, and of course he's showing some respect for lesser-known opponents as well, and that's good to see. And
123.
Jenkins needs to regain some respect. He lost all 5 legs in that last session, having been 4-1 up. So it has been a match, as we used to say in our early days in journalism, a seesaw struggle, John.
Seesaw, I call them ding-dong encounters, but hope you know what we mean, folks. They go back and forth.
60.
And when 4-1, Jenkins led at the first break, but 6-4 to Baxter at the second break, and there you look, 10 legs played, and 7 of them have gone against the throw. Only those 3. Baxter 1.
100.
Jenkins finishing that's let him down. 5 darts in the 8th, 3 darts there in the 10th. He's only hit 4 out of 18, 22%. And Terry knows that standard simply isn't good enough at this level.
Baxter 6 out of 18, but a lot of his missed darts haven't cost him. He's missed the 20 and hit the double 10 as he's looking at 56. Oh, that's a big 8. He needed the 16. Only 1 dart at tops. What difference does it make? A 6th leg on the trot to Ronnie Baxter. The rocket really is firing on all cylinders now, Mr. Lanning.
He is spot on, the shot on.
121.
You know, in an odd sort of way, getting single 8 and then having to get another single 8 and only having 1 dart at tops might have worked in his favour. He just went straight for it, and in she sailed.
Yes, we were talking last night in this match against Mark Walsh that you look at, well, listen, watch this, almost a 180 there from Jenkins. We were saying that there are times when Baxter is probably the most relaxed, intuitive hitter of double top in the business.
Yeah, I agree. When he was in his heyday, and it could well be that his heyday is returning, and let's hope that's the case, because he's a threat to everybody if it is. He showed signs, didn't he, at Christmas when he had that magnificent match against Ray Barneveld, one of the best games in the whole of the World Championships.
100.
And he had darts at the double to beat Barneveld. Who knows what might have happened then?
100.
Which leaves Jenkins a clean throw at double top, knowing that Baxter cannot check out on 171 on a double, remember.
55.
But now Jenkins knows the double, and he knows he's got to get back on the road.
12th leg. Terry Jenkins.
Well, what a relief that for Terry Jenkins. The fact is that Ronnie's held sway since the 5th leg of the match, and even though Terry Jenkins hasn't won a leg until that one, for 6-7 legs, he's still very much in the contest. It's a bit of a Hull City by Terry Jenkins, if you see what I mean. He got off to such a good start in this match that at the moment he's still very much in contention, even though he's had a bad run.
But remember, he was behind in 2 of his earlier matches
100.
and came back, unlike Hull City. And he still has that ability. We were discussing it right at the top of this game, John, that he's good in a close encounter. He's a good man in a crisis, and he's by no means finished here. Just needs a break of darts, and he's back behind the 8 ball.
60.
Yes, Baxter with throw. Still that one break of throw to his advantage, so he'll always be 3 legs up, as long as that stays the case, when he wins on his own throw. Always accentuates the lead when you've got that break and you're throwing first anyway.
Lovely darts. Absolutely magical darts from Baxter to really get a stranglehold on this leg.
Oh, that's not a bad reply, but here we go. Ronnie Baxter for a 13-darter, 14-darter. Too many, so he'll have to settle for a 16-darter, but will Jenkins deny him?
Now, Baxter doesn't seem quite so happy over on 12s and 14s and 9s as he is on the doubles in other areas. That's the double there. Now he's got to come across from 6s. And now he's let Jenkins back in here.
Big time he has. Those are bad misses there by Baxter, and this is a great opportunity. The marker, move the wire. Oh, unbelievably close, but not in. He can't believe it. He can.
This could be the decisive leg, the pivotal leg, as Baxter, who let Jenkins back in. Jenkins couldn't take it, and that dart sealed it for the Rocket Man.
What could have been a 13-darter proved to be a 19-darter.
100.
Won't make any difference at all to Baxter. It's a big W, a winning leg. That's what matters most. And then you can't hit a double to save your life and step up and hit 3 trebles. Remarkable. Oh, great.
Well, they're 2 heavyweights punching their weight now, aren't they? That's the second only 180 from Baxter, but the 5th from Jenkins, and yet he trails by 3 legs here, and we're getting down towards the final stages, and that's a terrible dart from Jenkins, and so is that, and he knows it.
13.
And I didn't like the look of those 3 darts. They look very tired.
Yes, that great 20th century poet Robert George, he said 180s for show, doubles for dough. Being proved here.
128.
Jenkins recovering after that indifferent 3 darts earlier. 161 for Baxter.
105. Terry, you require 80.
You get the feeling he's got to hit this double 10, and he delivers with style. Funny old leg that was.
Yes, panache is the word that comes to mind.